Welcome to the A-side for May 2017. As you know, in this video, I'm going to talk about albums coming out this month I'm excited for, records coming in that I'm excited to get, and music news. So as we're starting off the A-sides these days, I would like you to leave a comment with a fan question. I love to answer them in the B-side at the end of the month, so if you have a question about anything music, record related, really anything at all, just leave a comment and I will answer it in the next video for the B-side. Records to review this month. There are a handful of albums I'm very excited for this month, and two of them I didn't get around to last month because of the timing of the B-side, Gorillaz Humanz and Mark Lanegan band Gargoyle, so I'll talk about those two in the B-side. This month, however, we do have DeMarco's This Old Dog coming out, finally, the official follow-up to Salad Days, which was his last full LP. Another one was a mini LP, so I don't know if that counts in the chronological order, but I think this is going to be great. I have the limited edition record on the way, and I hope it's as good as his other stuff, because I haven't listened to a single track off it. I wanted to go completely blind. I think it's going to be great. Mac can really do no wrong. Alex G is coming out with Rocket. If you don't know Alex G, he does lo-fi bedroom pop. For his stuff, he has a cult following. He's not massive yet, but he did garner the attention of Frank Ocean, who had him play guitar on 2 tracks on Blonde. I think he's going to start being on people's radar at this point, and this is his first album coming out after more people really know who he is and he broke out of that bedroom scene, so hopefully Rocket's good. Lana Del Rey's Lust for Life is coming out. I have a love-hate relationship with Lana Del Rey. I think some of her stuff is great, and some of it falls by the wayside for me. I think Ultraviolence is wonderful. Didn't love Honeymoon, but I'm excited for this one because I heard the lead single off of it, and it was a great track. I heard that she has Stevie Nicks on the album, which is a huge get, so I'm definitely intrigued to see if this follows the pattern of Yes, No that she seems to follow for me. Christopher Willits is releasing an album called Horizon. Now, Christopher Willits works with Ghostly, which is one of my favorite electronic labels, also house to Tycho, one of my favorite artists of all time, as you guys know. Willits and Tycho are actually really good friends, and they've worked together on many projects. He actually opened for them on one of their tours. I think it was during the Awake era. Willits is an amazing audio-visual experience creator. He makes these images and these films that go along with the music. He does a lot of ambient, pretty quiet, simple, lo-fi music, and I'm really excited for the upcoming album because opening, his album before this, was so good. One of my favorite ambient releases. I actually think I talked about it in the ambient music video I made, which you haven't seen. You should click right here, check it out. Horizon is going to be really good. It's funny because the new Tycho album has a track called Horizon. I wonder if there's any tie there. We will see. And the album I'm most excited for this month is one I just found out is coming out. Faith Evans, who is the wife of the late great Notorious B.I.G, is releasing a duet album with Biggie. I know you're thinking, that's kind of weird because Biggie's dead, but there's a ton of verses he had in the vault, and she's been working really hard on this with a bunch of producers. I read an interview with her where she's saying she's trying to make this feel like it captures the essence of a Biggie track, but modernized. So she's not trying to make it like a Migos track, she's not trying to make it like some of this BS rap that's taken over the airwaves, but she's trying to modernize the sound with her and Biggie. Unheard Biggie verses. I think this could be a huge hip-hop album this year, and I'm very excited for it. For news, I gotta jump into this. We have to talk about this. FYRE Fest. If you've been following this online, it is one of the funniest things to ever unfold that I've watched actively as it started to completion. FYRE Fest was a festival started by an Instagram influencer, a rich kid with a trust fund, and Ja Rule. You know, because Ja Rule is who you go to when you want to work on something that's going to be big. Yeah, he's alive. So the two of them made this festival that was a VIP luxury experience where you paid multiple thousands of dollars. I think it was $4,000 to $12,000 to fly from Miami to an island that was once owned by Pablo Escobar, and they were going to have a whole bunch of luxury spas and hotels for people to stay in, and you would party and see bands like Blink-182 and not a lot else. I guess this is if you have a lot of money to spend and you didn't know what to do with it. You're like, let's go to FYRE Fest and mingle with the other great Instagram celebrities. Well, everybody got to the island and it was an absolute travesty. There was no one there at the concierge desk to help. All the tents looked like refugee camps from horrible pictures you would see online. The award-winning culinary experiences turned out to be a styrofoam box with 2 pieces of bread, cheese, and a salad in the box. My favorite part of the entire experience was watching all the tweets and seeing someone say, "Has anyone seen these wild dogs or wolves that are circling the campsite?" I think this is so funny. They canceled it after the first day. People were locked on the island. They couldn't get back. They were without their cell phones. This couldn't have gone worse. I think this might be the worst executed music festival in history, and this is going to go down as legendary in the worst possible way. So if you were there, I'd love a comment as to your experience. I doubt anyone who was there is going to comment. They probably are too ashamed to say they were a part of it, but this was hilarious. If you know anything else about FYRE Fest that you thought was funny, leave a comment. And as for actual music news, my boy Sufjan Stevens, one of my top 5 of all time, has released a live album from the Carrie and Lowell tour. He goes through his full set, and at the end, his encore is Hotline Bling, a cover of the Drake song, and he does it with his tour opener, Gallant. I went to this tour twice. It was easily some of the best live music experiences I've ever had, and I recommend if you didn't have a chance to go to the tour, you should watch this video because it is such a remarkable experience. I'm sure even not being there and seeing it would evoke the proper emotions. His label, Asthmatic Kitty, is releasing a translucent blue 12-inch. One side is going to be Blue Bucket of Gold, one of the best tracks on the album, even though they're all perfect tracks. And the other side is his cover of Hotline Bling, so I'm going to definitely pick that up. But what I'm most excited for is Sufjan is going to be releasing this year The Greatest Gift mixtape. What this is outtakes, demos, and remixes from songs from Carrie and Lowell. Carrie and Lowell is one of my favorite albums ever. I say favorite a lot, but this is really, really a favorite. This is, I believe, a perfect 10. I gave it, I think, a 9.5 in the review. If you haven't seen that review, you should check it out because Sandy cries, and it's hilarious. It was such a beautiful, heartbreaking, intimate, incredible album that to hear any other songs from that session, I'm like not prepared. And it's gonna get a vinyl release, apparently, says Asthmatic Kitty, so I'm gonna buy this day one. This might be the album I'm most excited for this year, to be completely honest. Anything else from that record is gonna be just transcendent, so super excited for that. I have a bunch of records coming in, let's talk about them. The 5th anniversary of Lil Ugly Mane's Mr. Thug Isolation on translucent yellow vinyl. I managed to grab one. I'm super excited because I love Lil Ugly Mane, one of the best rappers in the game that you may not know about. I talk about him on this channel, so if you do watch this channel frequently, you definitely heard me talk about how great he is. But Mr. Thug Isolation is a landmark rap album in my life, and I'm super happy to own both covers now, because the repress that was easier to get was an alternate cover, and this one, the anniversary one, is going back to the original cover, so super good. I believe this month I'm going to be getting the National Sad Songs for Dirty Lovers Vinyl Me Please Rainbow Splatter Edition. I have the regular black sad songs, I have the limited white version from the Brassland shop, and now this is going to be my third one. The National is my favorite band, so I say favorite a lot in this video, but they are my favorite band. Kanye is my favorite hip-hop artist. There's segments. You can't have one when you're a big music fan. Really excited for that. Folky alt-country band Pine Grove has Everything So Far, a compilation album that I got the limited version of, and that should be coming in this month too. Still waiting on those Vaporwave records, HKE's Dragon Soul and James Ferraro's Human Story 3. Those should be here ideally this month, unless there's a delay. I'll be getting that Mark Lanegan band Gargoyle record in, which I will then listen to and talk about in the B-side. Of course, we have the next edition of Vinyl Moon. Always look forward to that. Something I'm incredibly stoked for is Yuama Hiroto's Freeform Jazz. Mr. Hiroto is a longtime collaborator of the late great Nujabes and Shingo 2 and a bunch of great people from that Japanese hip-hop jazzy coalition. Freeform Jazz is a really good hip-hop inspired modern jazz album. It's coming to vinyl. I didn't expect it to because his other LPs are not on vinyl, and this is, I believe, his 3rd album. But Vinyl Digital, a great site, is actually pressing a limited version of it, and the second I saw it, I was like, yes, I have to own this because his stuff is essential. If you like Nujabes and you don't know his stuff, you gotta just trust me and listen to it. I kind of had a nostalgic purchase recently. I saw that on Weezer's site, they put up additional copies of the long sold out Deluxe Red album. The Red album is not my favorite Weezer album. When it came out, I believe it was late high school for me, and I was really, really into it. And I listened to it again recently, and it kind of holds up. I mean, it's a little goofy, it's a little experimental for their sound. There's a lot of strange tracks on it, but I really dig it. And the deluxe version goes for, I think, $50, $60 plus on Discogs. They found some additional copies. I grabbed it before it sold out. I think it was like 20 bucks. So I'm excited to listen to that again on wax. I heard the deluxe version has incredible fidelity. I think it's analog. I think 20 bucks is a great price for a fun album. The soundtrack for Singles, the wonderful movie that was a love letter to the grunge movement in Seattle, is finally getting repressed this year, and Newberry Comics had a light blue exclusive variant that sold out in under a day. I grabbed it because I've been waiting for this album to be pressed for a very long time. It has Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden. It is a grunge love letter, and I am greatly looking forward to spinning it finally after waiting for the repress for just years and years. And finally, there is a bootleg of the very out-of-print Pearl Jam album Avocado, or their self-titled album. There's a rumored actual repress of that album this year, but there is a bootleg floating around that apparently sounds wonderful. It comes with a really thick booklet of photos and song lyrics, and it's on blue vinyl. It's really well done for a boot, and I don't always love to get bootlegs, and I'm absolutely going to buy the official when it comes out also, but I wanted to have it on wax. It's a really good album. If you don't know Life Wasted, I think that's the main single from it, and that is top tier Pearl Jam song. So I'm excited to get that and show you guys how good of a product a boot is. That's it for the A-side. So I want to hear what you're looking forward to picking up or getting in this month record-wise, as well as albums that you're stoked on. And as always, leave a comment with your questions and I will answer them in the B-side. If you like this video, you know the drill. Thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll be seeing you very soon. 2 nice inner sleeves, and the colors of the records are really fantastic. I'm a super fan. It's copper and aluminum are the 2 colors, but it's more of like a